Welcome back, boys and girls. So we've done our counting for Wednesday. So now we're going to have a look at our work that we're going to do in our brown book. So last week we did number 1, and in the last video I showed you the number name 1. So in front of us, on top of our dolphins, our maths fish, we are going to look at the word 2. So this is the number name, and we don't say t-w-a. We've got to remember it. I'm going to use purple as a whole word. So we say 2, and that's the number name, and 2 is the number. Right, so let's have a look at our birds again quickly. And every now and again, you might hear some lovely birds in my garden. So we're going to look at just the one little bird, and I'm going to put these numbers down underneath the bird. Right, so it goes 3, 4, and 2. Now there's something wrong about that. We always start with the smallest number on the left-hand side, correct? And the numbers get bigger and bigger as we go to the right, which is this way. So if we look at number 3, 4, and 2, we've got to have the biggest on this side and the smallest on this side. So which is the smallest? Correct. Number 2, then number 3, and lastly the biggest, number 4. So we've got 2, 3, 4. So now let's quickly look at these numbers, and in the counting video you counted the birds, but now let's make little bird noises for these numbers. So this one you're going to make 2 bird noises, this one 3, this one 4. And let's see if we can let the birds outside hear us. So I'm going to, the only bird noises that I can really do, the first one is tweet, tweet. So each one will be a number. So tweet, tweet would be 2. And then I'm going to make an owl sound. And an owl sound, the whole sound is woo, woo. So that's one sound. Right? So I'm going to do, what number is this? 2. Right. So I'm going to do 2, and while I do 2 bird noises, you're going to do 2 bird noises at home. Let's go. Tweet, tweet. So tweet, tweet, 2. 3, the owl sound. I'm going to use that. I don't know what you want to do. Woo, woo. Woo, woo. Woo, woo. There's 3 owl sounds. And number 4, I'm going back to tweet, tweet. Tweet, 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 tweet. So 4 sounds. Right, so there we go with our numbers. So let's quickly have a look at how we write a number 2. So this is the number name, as I said. Let's leave that up there. Okay, and now we're going to write number 2. I explained to you last week that we cannot have a swan for a number 2, so he can't look like that. And then that's the swan's feathers, and there's the swan's beak, an eye, and they're swimming on the water. That's not a number 2, that's a swan. Right, so we don't give it a belly. Right, when we write 2, it goes, we start at the top, come around almost like half a heart, and then back. Right, So if you think of a railway track with a little train, so here's the track, and a little train, a little engine. Just draw a little engine quickly. And it can be carrying gold or coal or whatever I think maybe it should carry some coal, and then maybe we can not have so much load shedding. What do you think? I think that's a good idea. Right, so the rhyme for number 2, we start here, so I'm going to do the dots around like that, and we go that way, that way, that way. Sorry, that way. Okay, so I'm going to move that up. Right, so the little rhyme that it goes with, the little story, it goes around and back on the railway track. And what sound does a little engine make? Choo-choo. So we're going to say toot-toot. So around and back on the railway track. Toot-toot-toot. That's the sound it makes. So once more, around and back on the railway track. Toot-toot-toot. So now what I'd like you to do, while I am rubbing this out and getting our brown maths book ready, I'd like you to write 3 2s. No, let's do 2 2s. Do 2 beautiful 2s with your Koki on your whiteboard while I'm rubbing this out. Remember to go around and back. Right, so let me get that ready while you do your 2 2s. Your Koki. Make sure they're facing the right way, sorry. Okay, and now we're going to look in your brown book on page 3. Just remember, we've now finished with our Kokis, and let's hear it. That one didn't click very nicely. Let's hear it click nicely so that the lid is on and it doesn't dry out. So now we're going to page 3 in your brown Simply Maths book. Right, so we look at the 2 pictures, and there's number 2, there's number name 2, and there's 2 dots. So you're going to use your pencil, and on this line, because it's the shorter line, you are going to write number 2. And remember, the line is there for you to write on. So you're going to go around and back for 2, and these are 2 men, 1 man, 2 men, or 2 boys. And they've got their hands in their pockets. Not a good thing. So 2 men, I'm going to say, because our grade 1 boys don't have their hands in their pockets. And then you're going to copy the word 2 also very nicely on the line. Keep your letters the same size. Remember to use your pencil in the correct way, that you're not holding it up here because you can't write like that, or in a fist. Nice pencil grip. So you're going to write number 2 and then the word 2. And you're going to do that for the whole page. So 2 umbrellas, 2 ducks, 2 hats. And when you have finished, you're going to colour in the 2 pictures beautifully. Remember to try and, I know they're very small, but try and not go out the lines. And remember that when you colour, you have no white spaces. You go up and down or side to side in one direction. If you go in 2 directions, then you're scribbling. And we're not having any scribbling today. Right, boys and girls, you can now finish page 3. Enjoy it and do it as well as you can.